It's been a day, stressing out like crazy. Just wanna be lazy with my girls.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thanks for tuning in. So I watched Influencer last night, and boy, do I have some thoughts on this one. So this week I'm really just going to be chatting about the video, how I feel about it, how I would do it, you know, those kind of things, because the main challenge in this video was collaborations. And as a lot of you guys know, that's kind of impossible during this time. It's still against the law to gather with anybody that's not your family members here in Italy. So that leaves me with literally just my husband, and I don't really feel comfortable with bringing him on my channel yet. So I just want to keep that part of my life a little bit private at this point in my life. So that means I'm not really able to participate in this challenge. I want to talk about basically my reaction to this episode, because I think this is going to be hard for me to get through, because I genuinely was pissed during the first 15 minutes of the episode. But anyways, I'm gonna be doing my makeup at the same time. I'm gonna do a look inspired by James's outfit, because I thought his outfit was really cool. So I wanted to do that and talk about my feelings. If you guys saw my full face of e.l.f. video, I had talked about the putty eye primers, and I got the wrong shades, but I went back and got the white one. So I'm gonna be using that as my eyeshadow primer. Just looks like that, it's just white. If this is your first time on my channel, I have been following along with all of the instant influencers challenges every week. I'll put them up here in the iCard if you want to check them out. But like I said, this week is a little bit tougher. If you guys haven't seen the episode, I always link it in the description box, and there will definitely be spoilers in here. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it and then come back to this video, or watch this video and go back and watch that. Whatever you want to do, but I would love if you stayed here, because I need to vent about this first mini challenge. Wow, am I super annoyed about it. I'm using the Glam Light paint palette. I'm using this royal blue. So the first thing we see is James comes out, and he's really angry, really upset with the contestants, you know, saying that they did something really bad and that he saw the footage. And it turns out it's a scene. Like, he isn't actually mad, he's acting. I genuinely thought that they did something. Like, that's how good he was acting, which is the first red flag. The fact that I actually really believed him and what comes to follow really kind of makes me upset. Should I be surprised? No, because this is a business. But there's a side of me that always wants to give people the benefit of the doubt. The challenge is to create an apology video for a scandal that he has assigned each contestant. I was so pissed when I heard this, because my first thoughts when I heard that was, so has this become some kind of training now to assume you're gonna be in a scandal and pretend how to do an apology? No, like, I feel like it's gonna be hard for me to articulate my feelings, because I am honestly really annoyed at this challenge so much that it ruined the entire episode for me, even though I feel like the second half of the episode is pretty important for becoming an influencer. Making an apology video is not something that you should be thinking of when you're starting out as an influencer and becoming an influencer. The second thing that came to mind was, okay, so what about you, James? Does this mean that you faked your apology video? Does this mean that all of the other influencers on the internet, when they do apology videos, they're all acting and that it's not genuine? Because if I was one of those other larger influencers who have been in a scandal before, which I hate that word, I hate saying scandals, because people just make mistakes. Why does it have to be a scandal? But this is James Charles we're talking about, and that's one of his favorite words. The other influencers who have been through something like this before and had to make an apology, you're basically saying that they faked it, and that they practiced these things, and that they trained to apologize for things, because things always happen. You're gonna have to apologize for something someday, which is, you know what, he's probably right. That's probably true. However, the fact that you're literally sitting here telling these people who are trying to become influencers that this is what you need to do when you have a scandal, and if you do in the future, you're welcome, now you're prepared. No, I don't like that. I really strongly just feel like that it was just kind of like a slap in the face to anyone who has had to apologize to their audience for something, because it really makes them seem like everyone is ingenuine and that everyone has to do this. So you know what, we're just gonna do this as a challenge because you guys are gonna have to do it too one day. I'm honestly just really annoyed at this episode. Is it unreasonable to think that they might be in a situation like that where they have to apologize to people? No, because we all get in situations where we have to apologize to people, even in our personal lives, let alone having a huge audience. Like, I'm sure people are gonna get offended in some kind of way, but to sit there and have them do these apology videos and then afterwards laugh about it and have them they're literally sitting there like putting fake tears on their face and pretending to cry. And I'm just like, the fact that people can do this and pull it off as their apology when it's totally acting and fake is so wrong. I would not be surprised if a lot of people who do apologize on video and things are fake, but I'm just annoyed that they're trying to make these people influencers and they're telling them that this is the way and this is what you have to do. Like, why does that have to be the way? Why does it have to be that you put on this show? Why can't it come from the heart? Why can't it be totally genuine? Like, I don't understand that. The whole like assigning of a scandal to them and you're like, here, this is what you did, now go pretend like you're saying sorry. And I think one of the biggest things that annoys me is the fact that now I genuinely feel like James's apology video was totally fake. I'm not saying that before I believed it was like totally real. I do think that he felt some type of way about it. However, it's just really, oh my gosh, I just don't know how to articulate my words. It's just so suspicious. Like, it's so suspicious. I just don't like it, guys. I don't know like how else to explain that except for I just was really pissed about it. I really don't know how else to explain it, and I feel like this is gonna be one of those situations where I am like sitting down editing and I think of something else I should have said. But those are my genuine reaction feelings right now at this moment. I just watched that show like less than 12 hours ago, so I haven't really had a whole lot of time to process it. But I can tell you this, that after 12 hours, I'm still pretty much mad as much as when I sat there and watched it. I posted on my Instagram stories about it too, and that was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I've been following along with all the challenges, but the second I saw that that was the challenge, I was like, you have got to be shitting me. Like, absolutely, I am not. No. I already felt weird enough trying to like do the marketing thing, which I was genuine in that because I love that product, but it still felt weird because I did feel like I was acting. Maybe not acting, but kind of like putting on a show, if that makes sense. Which also brings me to Benny. He won the challenge, and Benny is cute. This kid is not ready to be an influencer. I just feel like he puts on this persona every time he has to film it. Like, when they have him filming a video, especially with like the collaborations, which we'll get to that in a second, he kind of like turns up his energy, which all of us do when we're doing videos. We all like turn up our energy a little bit, but his is like so much that it like, is that even actually you? Like, it just, that's the biggest part of being an influencer, is to be yourself. And I feel like I don't know who Benny is. Like, it's very confusing. And when he did his apology video, it almost came off like it was supposed to be funny, but I wasn't really sure. And so I was like really confused by that. And he won the challenge, even though there was definitely better ones. Like, if I'm judging the videos, I think personally Ashley's apology video was the best because she was herself in it still, you know what I mean? Kaylin, I feel like hers would have been good too if she would have been able to finish, because I feel like they were trying to be themselves but still trying to do this challenge. Whereas the other people, I feel like they were just totally faking it, and I think that's wrong. I just think it's wrong. Now let me make something clear, because I definitely haven't mentioned this in my other influencer videos. I don't love James and I don't hate James. I'm very much in the middle about him. I used to be a fan of his. I used to watch like all of his videos. After his big scandal, I honestly was kind of annoyed with him. So I kind of started looking at him in a different light. And that now puts me off even more to him, what just happened. But anyways, the reason why I'm following these challenges is because I think the concept of instant influencer is good. I really like the whole concept of having a show and showing what YouTubers go through and what they have to do to become an influencer. I think that is a great concept. So I wanted to follow along with the challenges, not only because I'm bored as hell, but also because, you know, I do think that it's a good way to grow as a person, to try new things and do these, you know what I mean, just kind of get different insight on the way that things work on the business side of being an influencer. I just thought that was kind of important to tell you guys, because I feel like maybe it might come off because I'm doing these challenges that I'm like this huge uber fan of James Charles, and that's really not what it is. It's really just, it's the show that I'm really interested in. I've had a few people say like, oh my gosh, like you should totally like try and do it again if they have another season, or like you would be so good on it. And I kind of feel like after this episode, I don't know if it's something that I would want to. I mean, if I knew like what the challenges were ahead of time, or like what I had to do, maybe I would consider it. You know, maybe I would consider like trying to apply for the show. But after seeing this episode, it's really off-putting. Honestly, it's kind of hard for me to say, because I do feel like it would be a great opportunity to go on the show, but like I said, I wish it would be one of those situations where like I feel like I would have to know the challenges beforehand, because I want to know what I'm getting myself into, because that is not something that I would ever be comfortable with doing. Faking an apology, no, I take those things serious. Like if I'm ever in a situation where I have to apologize to you guys, I'm gonna really try to see your viewpoint and see and come from your side, and I will genuinely apologize to you from my heart. Like I would never want to sit and like fake some. Oh my gosh, like I'm just so annoyed by that challenge. And then they were laughing. They were literally laughing when they were watching the tapes, and like of course they said a few funny things in them, but this is not a laughing matter. When you're apologizing to your audience, you shouldn't be laughing, okay? Like that's not cool. Like let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that was also like super cringy and so wrong? Like I would really love to know your opinion on this. Am I taking it too much to heart? Like what do you guys think? Oh, you thought the cringe fest was over? Oh no, there's more to come. Just buckle your seatbelts, because listen, there is some more cringe fest going on in this episode. I haven't been telling you guys my feelings on this show. I've just been doing the challenges, that's it, and then keeping it rolling. But today we're telling my feelings, because there are some cringy moments in this show. There really are. It's the first season. Hopefully they'll improve, but this next part, the collaborations, woo buddy, woo. Cringy. I used the Becca First Light priming filter, and then I'm using the e.l.f. putty primer to fill in any pores around my nose. And I'm using the Wet n Wild Stick Foundation in Shell Ivory. So it's time for the next challenge, and the next challenge is collaboration, which I think is such a good challenge, because that is super important in the influencer world. For when people collaborate, they are some of the biggest videos that some influencers have are collaborations, and it's a good chance to expand your audience and get more attention get more recognition. It's attention, let's just call it what it is. And then they bring in the collaboration people, which are huge influencers in the beauty community. Huge. Ren Rock, I love that bitch. Nikita Dragon.
The Latina,
Louis Castro. Is that how you say his name? Yeah, him. He was really cool. I need to check him out. I actually am not familiar with him, but I really liked him in the episode. Like I loved his personality, so I'm really excited to check out his channel. And then Nima Tang. Oh my, I love her. She is so fashionable and so beautiful, and just like, I love everything she stands for. She is amazing. Now, when it comes to pairing them up, I don't know like what I would have liked. Would have I done the same thing? I'm not really sure, because I'm not there obviously, but the pairing up of them, I think it was good. Here's where the cringe fest comes. The interactions between the influencers and the contestants are interesting. A couple of them thrived, and a couple of them cringe. Just like what I just did is also cringy. Oh, Benny. Benny. Oh, this poor sweet little child. He's not ready. He's not ready, okay? Like, I just feel like I don't know, like he was really trying to turn, which is great. I'm glad he's trying, but like, I feel like he is trying to do what he thinks he was supposed to do. My chair keeps squeaking. Rather than just being himself and being him. Because he was just over the top, and it felt, I don't know, if I was with him, I would feel so awkward. Like, Bretman is so amazing, and he does so good at like interacting with people and not even letting it like phase him. Like, he did so good. And I really feel like he tried to like help him, and I thought that was awesome. But like, wow, I was just cringing when I saw Benny like screaming at the camera and stuff. It was like weird, and like just repeating like what Bretman was saying. It was weird. Cringe fest number 2, Gabriel. Oh man, he's so sweet. Again, he's so sweet, he's so cute, so sweet. I personally don't think this is Gabriel's gig, man. I don't. I think maybe on Instagram or something, because he has great makeup skills, but I'm not so sure if this is the kind of thing that he wants to do. It doesn't really seem like he has, or maybe he's just not ready. I don't know, but he is very timid. He's super shy, and oh my God, I probably felt the worst for Nima. One thing you have to understand about Nima is she's very calm. She's not very like, oh my God, like that's not her. She's very calm, very chill. Like, that's already her personality, but I feel like them two together was bad. And like, he's shy, she's timid. Not timid, I wouldn't say she's shy and timid. I just think that she's just not very like outroverted. Do you know what I mean? Which is totally fine, because she pulls it off so good. Maybe that's the kind of person that Gabriel would be, but I don't think he's ready. It was so cringy watching him try to work with her in this video, because he wasn't talking, and I felt so awkward for Nima. Like, I was just trying to imagine sitting there and like having him do your makeup and just like Gabriel was supposed to take the lead on this. This is his video. She can't just overtake it. That's not how it is. It is a competition. So like, Nima's not in the competition. She can't tell him to do what, like, he has to take the lead and do it. And he was struggling, girl. It was a struggle bus, man. Like, ooh. I feel like Kaylin did really good. I think her only downfall is just that she works a little bit slower, which honestly, that is kind of one thing that bothers me about this show, is that they don't really have a lot of time to do stuff. And I understand it's a competition, but like, doing these things in real life takes so much longer to do than the time that they get. So I can see why it would be difficult to get your video finished or get your point across that you have in mind. I'm using the Fenty Cream Bronzer, but I love Kaylin. She's my second favorite. My favorite is Ashley. This chick is so ready, so beyond ready, and so beyond the other contestants that if she doesn't win, I'm going to be so upset for her, because she's obviously the best. Like, she is the best. She kills every single challenge. Absolutely gorgeous. Her style is incredible. I love everything about Ashley. Like, she is so cool. She's herself, even on this show, like 100%. I mean, I feel like Kaylin's herself too, but wow, I really love her. Like, I love her so much. She's so good, and I loved her collaboration video. Smart as heck. She is so smart to choose a video that they are going to see as something that she has learned from their critiques, and she's growing and she's opening up to them and she's showing the audience more about herself. Wow, so smart. And I think she did really good with Nikita too. Like, I think that was a really good collaboration. Nikita's has an incredible personality for social media, because she knows how to turn it on at any time, any moment. I don't always agree with everything that Nikita does, but she is really gorgeous, and I do think she is a really good social media person. I just used Fuego Flush, the cream Fenty bronzer, and now I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter for like a little highlight. If I was on the show, who would I want to choose out of those influencers? My favorite two out of all of them are Nima Tang and Bretman Rock. The fun side of me like really wants to choose Bretman, because he is hilarious. I die at his stuff. Like, I'd be watching his Instagram stories and just be like dying, because he's so funny. But then the other part of me kind of would want to choose Nima, just because of the fact that like I love what she represents. She's someone I would just like love to be associated with. So I feel like I would choose her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who I would choose. even though I would love to be with Bretman. As far as a video idea, oh my gosh, that would be so hard to choose a video concept that has to be under 5 minutes. Like, wow, that would be so hard. If I was with Bretman, it would definitely be some kind of like game kind of video where like you had to like do some kind of questions or some sort where like it kind of like, it'd be funny. You know what I mean? Like every video for each person would be different, to be honest. Like you have to really do something that's gonna mesh with their personality and like their style as well as yours. Like you really have to like figure out what you want to do. It's gonna be different for everyone. Like you can't just choose one concept for and it flow to every single person. Like no, that would not work. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know what video I would do, but I would love, I don't know, my brain literally keeps going back to Nima and her amazing, incredible fashion and her bright colors that she's always wearing. So I would love to be for it to be something like that, but I just don't know how I would translate that into makeup or how to talk about it. That's something I would have to think of. I kind of feel like the contestants knew the challenges beforehand because I was watching I don't remember who I was watching. I feel like maybe it was Kaylin, but I was watching one of her videos that she put out more recently about like a Q&A kind of thing. I think it was, I'm not sure, but she was talking about how she was practicing her drag look because she knew they were gonna do drag that day. So I feel like they know ahead of time kind of what they're gonna do and they plan. So I would need time to think about that. It's hard, guys. It's hard to come up with things. Okay, you guys, so I just actually did brows and I did this liner and I did this glitter because this was like I had to go really slow and it's really boring and this video is already getting long. I hope you guys don't mind too much. It's really not my favorite look anyways, but I do think it looks a lot like his outfit. I'm gonna use the Fenty highlighter, the How Many Carats Diamond Bomb highlighter, because I have glitter that kind of fell down on my face from my eyes, so why not put something on that kind of looks like it's supposed to be there. All right, I'm gonna throw on mascara and lashes. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, lashes are on. I did a really like black liner. I'm gonna brighten up the inner corners with a white shimmering shadow. And for lips, I'm just gonna do a nude. This is a Milani lip liner in all natural. And you guys literally can't see, my bad. I'm gonna use the Fenty lip paint. Is it lip paint? I forget what it's called. Stunna lip paint and unbutton. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look inspired by James's outfit. I hope you guys like it. I'm just with it. I mean, honestly, in my head it looked better, but I don't hate it either. All right, guys, so that's all I have for this video. I just wanted to share my thoughts on the whole series and specifically this episode. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Also, if you guys have an opinion on the show or on this episode, post it in the comments. Let's chat about it. Why not? It's really interesting to see the like behind the scenes of what influencers do, and that's why I'm watching this show, just, you know, to get some perspective, I guess. If you guys aren't already, I would really appreciate if you consider subscribing to my channel, liking this video. Also, like I said, comment below. It really helps my channel to get out there so that I can be more known in the YouTube world. Also, I will be talking about the finale next week. If it's something I can participate in, then I will. If I can't, then I'll probably do another reaction kind of video. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I already said that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Smoke up just to show how we get down.